Hey, welcome into the PressProsMagazine.com Huddle show. That's later tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm on the PressProsMagazine.com LowDown show. When you have so many shows to do in such a short period of time, you tend to get them confused. This is the LowDown, and the reason I'm doing it in such close proximity to the Huddle show tonight is because we have a very special guest tonight on the Huddle show, which will be coming up in about an hour right here on these same social channels. And that is, who better to talk about the Tipp-Troy football rivalry than a guy who coached for 4 years at Troy and now has Tipp in the fourth spot in the Division III state football poll. I'm talking, of course, about Matt Burbacher. Matt started his coaching career at Fort Loramie. So from Fort Loramie to Troy to Tipp, and Friday night, he'll be back at Troy Memorial Stadium coaching in familiar confines on the opposite sideline, coaching his Tippecanoe Red Devils, who lost their first game of the season on Friday night, 27-22 to Xenia. Xenia is a top 10 team in Division II. So if that tells you anything about Tipp, they almost knocked off one of the top 10 teams in Division II. They themselves are a top 10 team in Division III. What else do we have coming up for you tonight? Well, the newest Ohio High School Athletic Association state football poll is out, and we have not one, but two teams from the Press Pros area on top of their respective division. Of course, Marion Local, defending Division 6 state champion, now Division 7 state champion. I got ahead of myself. They're the Division 7 defending state champion. They're now in Division 6, and they are ranked number 1 in Division 6. And they're not alone. Versailles, the Division 5 defending state champion, also in Division 6. Versailles is number 7 in Division 6. And you say, wait a minute. Didn't Versailles lose on Friday night? Well, they did. They lost to Marion Local. Their other loss is to New Bremen. So they lost to two teams in the MAC so far, Versailles has, and the people around the state of Ohio who vote in the poll still think enough of the Tigers, and they should, to rank them in the top 10 in Division 6 because their two losses are to Marion Local, number 1 in Division 6, and to New Bremen, number 3 this week in Division 7. Who else do we have? Well, in Division 1, Dublin Jerome, they keep wiggling off the hook every week. Won on a last-minute 68-yard touchdown pass on Friday night. The Celtics are number 5 in the Division 1 state poll. Xenia comes in a tie for number 4 in Division 2 with Medina Highland and Massillon, Washington. Akron-Hoban on top of that poll ahead of Division 2 defending state champion Cincinnati Winton Woods. Hamilton-Baden is number 1 in Division 3. Tipp comes in at number 4 behind Chardon and Canfield. Then in Division 4, Cleveland Glenville is your number 1 team. We do not have any teams from the Press Pros area ranked in the top 10, but in Division 5, here's your other team from our area ranked number 1. Congratulations to, you can guess, the Coldwater Cavaliers. That's right. Coldwater with another big win on Friday night. Coldwater comes in at number 1, and Milton Union is hanging in there also 6-0 like Coldwater. Milton is ranked number 6. I think Milton's ranked a little bit too low. Watch out for Milton. They are legit. Went through the Division 6 and Division 7 rankings. So the only thing I had to do before I grab a bite to eat before tonight's Huddle show at 8 o'clock with Matt Burbacher of Tippecanoe is to tell you about my friends at Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store. They are the exclusive sponsors of the Lowdown here on PressProsMagazine.com social channels, and you can get 10% off your order at Lehmans.com when you use the promo code PressPros10. Wait, there's more. It gets better. You can also win a $50 gift card every month from our friends at Lehmans. How do I do that? Well, let me tell you. I'll put it on the crawl so it's super easy for you. You just send us an email to PressProsContest@gmail.com and say, I want to win. And you get a $50 gift card entry. You win the gift card if you win our monthly drawing. What can you get at Lehman's? Well, they got all kinds of stuff at Lehman's. You can't even imagine their inventory. Here's one of my favorite items, the Para Hatchet. It's got the paracord. It's got the flint little fire starter thingy. It's got a great hatchet. It's got like hex head bolts here. It's got all kinds of tools. It's just an example of the cool stuff that they have at Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store. You're bringing in the produce from the garden. You want to can it. They've got the biggest bell jar collection that you'll ever see, a kitchen section that's bigger than any kitchen section you've ever seen, cast iron cookware, they've got that. Anything that you thought was useful to you as a kid growing up, Lehman's will have it in their home goods section. Anything that you remember that you tasted, like candy bars, soda pop, that tasted good to you as a kid, Lehman's will have it. unbelievable toy section. And of course, they're a hardware store and a general store. So they have all kinds of outdoor items, and a lot of them are made by Amish craftsmen. So get 10% off when you use the promo code PressPros10 when you order at LEHMANS.com. You can order 24/7, 365. And we hope when you go up to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in December to watch the state football finals, you'll build some extra time into your trip and you will take a 4-mile detour. That's all, 4 miles, less than 5 minutes, south off Route 30 on Kidron Road to Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store. Great way to break up the trip and a great way to see what all the fuss is about at Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store, because it is a place unlike any other store you've ever seen anywhere. Trust me on that. Nobody disputes it once they actually go to the store. But you can go right now online at LEHMANS.com. All right, I got to get ready for Matt Burbacher and the Huddle Show tonight. This will do it for this edition of the Layman's Lowdown. Remember to follow us on our Press Pros social channels: Instagram, Press Pros Magazine; Facebook, Press Pros Magazine; and Twitter at Press Pros Mag. With that, have a great night. We'll talk to you again very, very soon. In fact, so soon that I'll be back within the hour for the start of the Week 7 PressProsMagazine.com Huddle Show with Sonny Folks and our special guest tonight, Tippecanoe head coach Matt Burbacher. Until then, have a great night.